And a very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City and on the Jai-Alai channel. I am Andrew Bleckman, riding solo today for today's Pelota performance. Each of today's games will offer win, play, show, quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering. In addition, we have an early daily double. It begins here in game number 1 to play the daily double. Pick the winners of games 1 and 2. We have the early pick 3. Begins in game 2, encompasses games 2 through 4. And the late pick 3 begins in game 6 and goes through game 8. We have the high-paying high-five jackpot that begins in game number 3. That was hit for over $10,000 just a few days ago. It has been restocked with a fresh $2,000. To play that, pick the winners of games 3 through 7. If you do so correctly and have the only ticket that does so, that is how you will cash in on that high five. Available every day. We are playing Pelota here at Magic City. Also, the Mighty Ocho jackpot. That's a pick 8 wager, $5,000 guarantee. Works the same way as the high five, except you got to pick 8 winners. All 8 games. If you do so correctly. Have the only ticket again that does so, you will cash in on that $5,000 guarantee. There are no scratches in today's performance. Once again, we are scratch-free. So with all that in mind, we ask you to make your wagers as early as possible within scheduled post time, then sit back and relax post time for game number 1. Pelota performance coming your way in just about 7 minutes. So usually be the time we bring in myself. However, Stu, as you hear, not here today. He'll be back with us on Monday. A little travel, a little vacation, but he will be back here better than ever on Monday. So you'll have me alone for this performance, Battle Court, Friday evening Battle Court, also for Sunday. So you're going to be hearing a lot of me. Apologize for that, folks. Jatna, hello. Steve, hello. Steve again. M, Smart. Mo Crank. I said you first, Jatna. I did, but hello again. Andrew, you should put a PayPal tip jar on Watch Highlights so we can tip specific individual players when we think they have played exceptionally. I'm sure they would. That second comment. No, all jokes aside, I can ask about that. I don't know how that would work given their contracts and having outside folks, but potentially pay them some money. I can see how that could get a little murky, shall we say. So, but I like the idea, and obviously there's some guys that. Those are all or nothing matches, so they play well. They can play upwards of 30 points and not walk away with anything, and that is tough. So we'll try to find out that information for you, Jatna. Love Stu's reference, the Carballo Whisperer. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Carballo and Manu surprised a lot of folks this season. I mean, you have Manu in the backcourt. Carballo, when he is on, he is that guy up in the front. He is an elite level front quarter. So you pair him with one of the most solid backcourters in all of Jai-Alai. Some great things are happening. Taking out Gosheri and Narats. They took out Zuleika and Benny last night, and it doesn't get much tougher here in this fronton. So a great day for the Cesta Cyclones, in particular Carballo. Probably his best day of this Spring 23 Battle Court season. I like that, Steve. Carballo Whisper. We can work on that. We'll flush that out. 5 minutes to go until game number 1. As we do before the first game of all of our performances, we have this video that will explain the scoring format for all 8 games, which today, as every day, is Spectacular 7 scoring.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
And we're back here now, 3 minutes from the start of game number 1. Look at that daily double pool. Steve M mentioned pretty hefty pool already and growing, 350. With 3 minutes to go. Get those wagers in for game number 1. Win, play, show, Quinella, Exacta, and Trifecta wagers available in all of our games. Plus the daily double here in game 1, some pick 3s. High five beginning in game 3, and also the Mighty Ocho that starts in this first game. Let's take a look here at the singles standings in this 2023 Pelota season. Big day for one individual yesterday. That was number 55, Benny. 2 wins for him, including, in his words, he said that was his first late game win of the season. 14 wins now. That is 2 ahead of CRB, who's holding on to second place. And then a 4-way tie for that third and final spot. Julian, Douglas, Gaucheri, and Anderluck. How about that? Some big names up there holding on to third place. And then Nicholas, not too far behind, with 9. And Spinner up there in the top 10 with 7 wins. Been playing some good Jai-Alai over the last couple weeks. Yeah, CRB only playing in, looks like just one. Yeah, looks like just that one game today here. Jedden was out of the program the last couple of days, so that may be a reason why. Jedden definitely playing 2 games for today. And you'll be seeing CRB in game 3 now. He's gotten the call up to the, I guess, AAA, if you will, and been playing some great Jai-Alai this season. And you know, those couple points he played in game number 3 the last few days definitely can hang in there, and it's only going to help him improve in the long run. So, a guy who's competitive and is committed to his craft as CRB, know that he is definitely eager to have that opportunity and prove that he can play up with some of those top guys. Again, less than a minute to go until game number 1. His performance is scratch-free. Yeah, we can have a little fun. We can prognosticate for today, and I think that CRB sees that he's got that one game. Only game number 1 has been playing great. I think that he could take it right here. We'll go with CRB here in this first game. Not going out on too much of a limb there. Yeah, CRB 12 wins in second place, as we noted. Also 13 places. Most out of anybody on the roster. His 25 top 2 finishes are also tops on the roster. With that, let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin game number 1. A spectacular 7 singles match going up to 7 points, with points doubling after all matchups of the first round of play. Serving in the red of post 1. We have Juice, receiving in the blue of post 2, Cool Fitness. We begin with a missed serve, point 1. One first up on the board. Here's post 3, Iriondo. Backhand to the inside, Rebote. Saved by Juice, laid up. Iriando, middle of the court, 6-line. Sidearm play, low and hard, and scoring. Point 3. Green a post for Jedden. Backhand by Jedden to pass. Iriando, middle of the court. Turns at Rebote, stays to the outside. Jedden picks it up. Sidearm play, high and hard. Iriando, good read, caught it in the air. Forehand to Rebote, Jedden going down to the ground. Iriando picks it up on the bounce. Carom return. Lands out. Point 4. Blackshirt to post 5 and to receive. Here's number 18, CRB. CRB, low running backhand, Jedden. Scoop attempt missed, point 5. 5 on the board with the point. Post 6, El Barba. Backhand by CRB, left side Rebote, El Barba, put it to the middle of the court. CRB, Costado, 2 wall, 2 score. Point 5. Pinka post 7, here's Anderluck. Anderluck high and hard with the forehand. Rebote, left side, dug out by CRB. That just does clear the overhead screen. Anderluck on the outside, blasts it low and hard, where it scores. Point 7. In a receive, rounding out the first round of play, it's purple shirt of post 8, Flores. Anderluck takes it in on the left side, hard backhand. 2 pass. Oh, a wonky Rebote saved on the left side there of Flores. Big bounce. Anderluck stops it. Blasts it low and hard again above the pad. Flores, good effort. That comes up just short, point 7. That will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Returning first, post 2, Cool Fitness. Forehand Rebote there by Cool Fitness. Anderluck knocked it down, point 2. 2 with 2 points, post 1 returns. Here's Juice. Cool Fitness, scoop attempt, missed, point 1. 1 now, 3 points. Post 3 returns. Iriando. Backhand by Iriando. Juice had it for a second. Just lost it. Point 3. 3 now, 3 points. Post 4 returns. Jedden. Jen picks that serve off at the 10 line. Hard backhand, a pass. Big backhand. Left side Rebote. Turn low and hard. Jen back in there. Backhand again. Iriando pulls that one in up at the 9 line. Higher and harder. Rebote is coming out. Jen makes a save back to the inside. Iriando crouching down, makes a play in the air. Forehand Rebote. Up and away into the overhead screen. And out of play. Point three. Three now with 5 points. That gives Iriando a possible game point. Stop at post 6. El Barba. Low runner, inside, right on the wall. Iriando scooped it up. Backhand push to the outside. El Barba's there. Sidearm play, elevated it. Iriando, good read, caught it up in the air at the 8 line. Backhand, oh, here's El Barba. Outside placement. Lands in and scores. Well thrown by El Barba. Game will continue here. 6 with 2 points. Returning here is post 5, CRB. Just above the pad, El Barba scooped it up deep in the backcourt. CRB stays up in the front, just tipped it. Point 6. Post 8 returns, Flores. Backhand to the inside. El Barba's there. Nice catch right on the wall. Backhand pushed outside. Flores runs under it. Stops it. Right at the feet of El Barba. Just tipped on the left side. Point 8. Eight now on the board with 2 points. Post 7. Anderluck. Serve scores for Flores. Four points now for post 8. Cool Fitness returns. Blue post 2. Cool Fitness, nice backhand right on the wall. Tough catch there by Flores. Backhand again. Cool Fitness ranges back for it, takes it in the air. This one gets overhead. Flores looking for the rebote. Turns a 2-wall with a big bounce. That hops over Cool Fitness and scores. Point 8. Flores now has 6 points and a possible game point in a stop in post 1. It's juice. Powerful forehand by Juice, pulled in there by Flores up at the 9 line. Big backhand coming out. Juice backpedals into position, lays it up from the left side. Nice control. Flores has it on the forehand, high and hard. 3-wall play. Juice has to dig one out. He does make a tough save. That pushes Flores to the outside, and that ball was missed. Point 1. Game will continue here now. 1 with 5 points and a possible game point. Post 4 Jetting in to stop him. Jedden takes that serve, middle of the court at the 8 line. Powerful throw, 3-wall play. Juice overran it, couldn't turn that rebote. Point 4. 4 now with 3 points. Returning with a possible game point. Here's post 3, Iriando. Iriando takes that serve on the forehand, blasted at the feet. Jedden picks it up on the bounce. Sidearm play, it's off the wall. Iriando, tough scoop. There's a big backhand. Tough rebote. Jed made the save. Ariano, good foot speed, gets there on the outside, but that ball was juggled. Juggling on the catch of Ariano. 0.4. Jed now with 5 points. He has a possible game point. Post 5, CRB in to stop him. Backhand by CRB. Really tough catch up there. The backhand just above the pad. High and hard, back into the corner. Tough rebote. Jed makes another good save. CRB stays there, middle of the court. Nakata low and hard. Jedden scooped that one up. Backhand again. Howard and caught overhead by CRB. Slow runner. There's Jedden. Back on the inside. Hard throw, passing. CRB to get back out in position. He does turn it to the outside, and Jedden could not get there. Game will continue. 0.5. 5 with 4 points. 6 returns. 4 points. CRB caught that one in the air. Big backhand push to the outside. Elbarb under it. Turns it high and hard back to the inside to pass. That's a nice rebote. CRB, soft touch. That scores. CRB now with 6 points and a possible game point. Here's post 7, Anderluck. Backhand to the inside, rebote. Forehand, oh, that's right on the wall. Tough save. Anderluck charging down the inside. He gets there, stops it, blasts it. Hard throw, scores. In and out of the basket of CRB it goes. We're continuing again here, folks. 7 with 4 points. Post 2, Cool Fitness returns. Cool Fitness handles that serve. Backhand to the inside, passing Anderluck. For Anderbote, laid up. Cool Fitness gets there before the second bounce. He's up at the 5 line. Low, hard return on the forehand. Anderluck letting it pass. Tough for Bote, laid up. Nice control. Ball floating. Caught on the left side here. Cool Fitness backhand opens up to the middle of the court. Anderluck's there. Lower and harder now. Cool Fitness. Tough pickup on the left side. Backhand right on the wall. There's Anderluck. That one dropping low. Cool Fitness tipped it. 0.7. Folks, the game is locked. 7 has 6 points. 8 has 6 points. 7 serves to 8 for the game. Backhand just does clear the overhead screen. Nicely thrown. Anderluck, rebote, back on the inside. Tipped. Point. In a well-earned game. Pinka post 7. Anderluck. 5 will serve to 8. CRB serves to Flores. This is place and show point. Backhand to the inside. Rebote. Played on the left side of CRB. Good read by Flores. Got back in there. Hard backhand a pass. CRB looking for it on the outside now. Turned back to the inside, right on the wall. Left side Rebote. CRB on the bounce. Picks it up middle of the court. 7 line. Outside placement. Stopped in the air by Flores. Flores elevates that forehand. CRB able to scoop it up, and there's a big backhand that follows. Left side, Rebote, 2 wall. CRB, good foot speed to get there, just couldn't make the play. 8 places, 5 shows. Unofficial order of finish for game number 1, the classic 7-8-5. Official results in just a moment. My, oh my, the 7-8-5 comes in game number 1. Post 7, Anderluck with the win. Post 8, Flores taking second. Post 5, CRB coming in third. Yes, Steve, I mean, 7 gets 3 opportunities, not very often, but a lot of points played in that game. We can total that up for you in a second. Here are the prices, though. Quinella 7-8, 182.20. The trifecta 7-8-5, 580.60. $2 on Anderluck to win will return $12.80. Not bad on Anderluck in this early game. Pretty good prices here to start off the day. Also, rather unlikely trifecta combination as well. The 7-8 for the exacta and the Quinella, not all too common either. Up next, folks, is game number 2. Game 2 will be a spectacular 7 singles match going up to 7 points. Points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. No scratches here in our second game. Does begin the early pick 3 in today's performance. Post time. It's just about 6 minutes. Good luck. With 5 minutes to go until game number 2, and for any new Jai-Alai fans maybe joining us for the first time, take a look at this video that explains in simpler terms how Jai-Alai is played.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
And folks, we are back now 4 minutes from start of game number 2. We got to count. We count up the total points of that last game. I think it was 26. Wow, what an incredible opening game to start off the day today. Again, fun reminder of that pick 3 that begins here in our second game. Pick the winners of games 2, 3, and 4 to cash in on the early pick 3. So yeah, a number of players there with an opportunity to close it out. Juice had an opportunity, not many wins for him this season. CRB, Anderluck, Flores ran straight points his second time around and had a shot at it. But a really well-played opening game to start off this day. A reminder of the schedule as well here. Final day of Jai-Alai until Friday. That's Battle Court only, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Come on down here to the Magic City Fronton. We are open to the public on those Fridays. Looking to make some plans. I know for this Friday, it's going to be the Devils and Cyclones. Don't forget about Battle Court this evening, though. Before that, it's going to be the Devils and Renegades this evening. Two teams squarely in the playoff picture at the moment. The Renegades up there in first place in a full game day behind the Warriors. So lead's probably a little bit bigger than that scoreline indicates. It's going to be the third-ranked team for the Renegades going up against the fourth-ranked doubles team of the Devils today. So another advantage for them in terms of the rankings. See if they can go out there and deliver. That's Gaucheri and Ben, though, against the Jen and Urbieta. And Gaucheri and Ben, one of the few remaining undefeated doubles teams in all of Battle Court in this spring 23 season. Good day to check it out. That's 5 p.m. Eastern on Mondays and Tuesdays, 7 p.m. on Fridays for Battle Court. Open just Fridays to the public. If you're looking to come in and watch some Pelota action, you can do that on Sundays. Doors open 1 p.m. in advance of the 1:30 start right here at the Magic City Fronton as well. Game point for 6 different posts, 6 out of the 8. Pretty good. Thank you for that, Steve. And I have just been informed we might have a special guest joining us for a couple games. We got game 2 starting now. We're ready to begin game number 2. Spectacular 7 scoring. Serving in the red of post 1, here's El Barba. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Anderluck. There's a serve by El Barba. We begin. El Barba tip ball, point 2. 2 first up on the board here in our second game. White of post 3 and a receive. Here's Juice. Juice out of the corner, hard forehand. That's a tough catch overhead by Anderluck. Left side rebote. That is really well played by Juice. Clears the overhead screen. Picked up by Anderluck on the back end. Juice on the left side now. Shoots a costado. Got that one overhead. Anderluck scrambling for it. He's back in position, turns it. Ball floating. Juice picks it up on the forehand. Soft forehand picked up on the left side of Anderluck. Hard backhand again, passing Juice. Digs that one out, pushes Anderluck to the outside. He gets there, stops it, blasts it above the pad, low and hard, and scoring. Well played point. Goes to Anderluck, post 2. Green shirt to post 4, here's Jedden. Forehand rebote, powered overhead. Jen looking for that rebote. Missed it. Point 2. 3 straight for Anderluck in post 2. Cool Fitness in the receive, post 5. Anderluck has it on the forehand up at the 6 line. High carambola, Cool Fitness on the outside. He gets there. That's a great read, lays it up. Anderluck, though, has it middle of the court, outside placement. Scores. Point 2. Yellow shirt to post 6 in a receive. Here's Iriondo. Point 2. Pick the post 7. Here's Tennessee. Forehand to Bote, laid up, Anderluck. Tennessee backing up, crashing into the sidewall, has it on the forehand. Back over the top to the inside. There's Anderluck again. Powerful throw. Tennessee thought about the scoop. Lays a Bote on the back end. That's a big bouncer. Controlled up on the forehand of Anderluck. There's an outside placement again. Tennessee got there. Couldn't make the play. Point 2. Anderluck has taken us straight points to a possible game point. In receive also, including the first round of play. Here's post 8, Flores. Anderluck crouching down, makes play at the 9 line. Hard backhand follows into the corner. Robote. Forehand, Flores, soft touch. Anderluck picks it up on the bounce up at the 4 line, blasted to the inside. Be a tough Robote. Flores digs it out to 2 wall. Anderluck has it in the middle of the court again up at the 4 line now. Lower and harder. Flores is there. Nice scoop. Back to the inside. Tough play. Just tip point and a perfect game. No other points on the board. Post 2, Anderluck. 1 first serves a 3, playoff 4 place, and show point. Low hard forehand above the pad. Gets there before the second bounce. Backhand inside. Tip. Point 1. Here's Jedden, post 4. Powerful forehand back to the inside. Elbarba left side at Robote. 2 all return. Jedden on the bounce. Up at the 6 line. Low and hard. And scoring. Point 4. 4 with 2 points. Post 5 return. School Fitness. Forehand to the inside. Scores for Jedden. 4 points now for post 4. Possible place point for Jedden. Left side Robote, Ariando, middle of the court, picks it up on the forehand. Karam drops it back inside. There's Jedden. The 9 line, back over the top to the inside. Scoop attempt tipped. 4 places. And 1 shows. Unofficial order finish for game 2. 2-4-1. We'll get the official results in just a moment. Results of game 2 are now official. Anoak with the win in a perfect game with no other points on the board, taking second. Post 4, Jedden coming in third. Post 1, El Barba, 2-4-1. Quinella 2-4, $23. Trifecta 2-4-1, $116.20. The daily double, 7-2, $2 returns $29.20. $2 on Anderluck to win in that second game. Get you back $6 even. Quinella 2-4, $23. A trifecta 2-4-1, $116.20. Up next, game 3. Start of the high five for today was hit for over 5 figures this past Sunday. It's been restocked with a fresh $2,000. Play the high five, pick the winners of games 3 through 7. If you do so correctly, and have the only ticket that does so, you will cash in on all of that $2,000 for today. Pretty unlikely that it would be higher, but you never know what could be bet into it. Could be over $2,000, just guaranteed at that minimum each and every performance. Post time for game number 3 that is scratch free. 6 minutes. Good luck.
Backhand by Jedden. Tennessee goes to the floor, throws a 2-all. Jedden's on it. Hard throw, scoop by Tennessee. Tennessee back to the outside. In the air at the 11 line. There's the backhand, caught by Benny. Backhand from the 10 line. Devote forehand thrown hard by Douglas. Benny's on it. 2-all by Benny. That is a beautiful Costado 2-all. Backhand by Ratz. Tennessee is there. Backhand from the 11 line goes deep. Robote, whoa, no Robote. Ratz cut it off. Played for the big bounce. Manu backs up to the 10 line, makes the catch. There's the backhand. Rotate left side again to the inside. Catch by Manu. He winds up. There's the 2-all. That scores. Rotate left side. Catch by Inaki. 2-all, scores. Gochetti. Robin with a fine catch at the 9 line. Powerful throw to the outside. Gochetti is there. That ball is absolutely in play. Here's the rebote for Arats. It passes. That's nice. Rebote left side by Nicholas. Arats with the scoop. And the Costalo 2-wall. My, oh my. Forehand rebote by Manu. Rebote left side by Douglas to the inside. Manu takes it on the forehand. Outside placement is the shot. It's stopped by Douglas. Karam is the shot. It scores. Backhand by Gochetti. Low and hard. What a beautiful catch by Benny. Benny goes deep. That clears the overhead screen. Gochetti from the 4 line. Lethal. Backhand by Carballo passes. Rebote. Big bounce. Carballo up the wall. Had some hang time there.
And folks, those were the top 10 plays from April of 2022 last year, this month, right here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Less than a minute till the start of game number 3. Beginning of the high 5 for today. Yeah, I saw that comment about El Barba racking up the show finishes. I have 13 here, so that must have been number 14 for him. I think that's what, let me double check here. Yeah, 14 singles. That's singles shows only. And then I flip over to doubles here. El Barba and Manny have 9 shows in doubles. 25 adds up, folks. Definitely adds up. Look at that. So that's 14 plus 9, 23 show finishes for El Barba this season. That's just an incredible number. Game number 3. With that, we are ready to begin game 3. Spectacular 7 singles match up to 7 points. Serving in red at post 1. Here's Ben. Receiving the blue at post 2. Kubala. Served by Ben. We begin. Left side rebote by Ben. Back to the inside. Ball pulls it in. High and hard, lobs it overhead, clears the overhead screen. Left side of Bote, opens up as a 2-wall. Kubala backing up, picks it up on the bounce. They throw off the front wall, Ben gets there in the air. Opens up for the Karam, it's into the pad. Point 2. 2 first up on the board in our third game. Brings out the white at post 3, Manny. Backhand into the corner. Forehand rebote. Power just above the pad. That's right on the wall. Tough catch by Manny. Backhand again. While looking forward at the 9 line, turns it 2 walls, middle of the court. Manny picks it up on the bounce. Sidearm play back inside, where it scores. Point 3. Green shirt to post 4 in a receive. Here's Julin. Julin, low runner. Manny steps up, takes it in the air at the 9 line. Hard backhand, passing right up the middle. Julin left side, Robote, high 2-wall. Manny runs under it, catches it in the air. Hard forehand back into the corner. 3-wall play. Julin turns to Robote with a big bounce. Manny controls it on the inside. Julin keeps his forehand in the middle of the court. Manny runs under it. Karam, return, scores. Point 3. Three with 2 points, post 5. Here's Spinner. Manny, tough catch on the wall, back over the top. Spinner, kicked up, stays with it on the left side. Higher, harder, backhand into the corner. Robote, saved on the forehand, pushed to the outside. Spinner, gets there on the bounce, picks it up. Forehand over the top, back in the inside. There's Manny, nice defense. Spinner scooped it up. 8 line, forehand low and hard. Manny, he's throwing the Karam. Got back to the inside. The Robote is low and into the pad. Point 5. Here's post 6 in a receive. Bueno. High scoop there by Spinner. Sidearm play, low and hard above the pad. Bueno, nice catch at the 10 line. Hard backhand towards the inside, passing Spinner. Stays up there at the 9, turns to Robote. Pushed it to the outside, Bueno runs under it. Throws a drop shot, 1, 2 bounces, scores. Point 6. Big backhand by Benny. Forehand save to the inside, passing overhead. That's a nice return by Bueno. Benny, left side save, clears the overhead screen. 2-wall return, scores. Off the Robote, nice throw by Bueno. Point 6. In to receive, rounding out the first round of play, purple at post 8, Nicholas. Forehand Robote just above the pad. Nicholas steps it on the right side. Blocks it low and hard. Bueno. Scoop attempt missed. Point 8. That will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. First to return is post 1, Ben. Big backhand by Ben into the corner. Forehand to Bote, powered back. Right to Ben, caught it on the right side. Opens up for the Karam. Nicely thrown by Ben and scoring. One with 2 points. Here's post 2 returning Kubala. Ben, nice control on that. Robote comes out to the middle of the court for Kubala. Powers it over the top. Kind of a Magic City bounce. That's a nice catch by Ben. Good adjustment. Kubala ranging back, has it the 11 line. Awful throw, dropping. Ben, be a tough Robote, has to dig it out. Point two. 2 with 3 points. Post 4 returns, Julin. There's a big backhand towards the inside. Julin has it at the 12 line. Forehand, that just does clear the overhead screen. Kubala, softer touch on the right side. Julin runs under it, stops it. Juggled the catch. Point two. Possible game point here for Kubala. In to stop him, Manny, post 3. Manny takes that serve on the left side, launches the backhand. Forehand save by Kubala. There's Manny running around it, takes it on the forehand, returns a carom. Kubala got assessed on it, couldn't make the play. Game will continue here. Point goes to the 3. 3 with 4 points, post 5 returns. Spinner. In and out of the basket it goes. Point 3. Manny now with 6 points and a possible game point. Here's post 7, Benny in to stop him. Forehand Robote. Manny returns it low and hard. Benny picks it up on the bounce. 9 line, sidearm play back to the inside. It's going to be Robote. Manny makes a save. The big bounce to the inside. Benny up there at the 7 line. Blasts this one again. And an even tougher save. He's there again. Benny picks it up on the bounce. 3 line, drop shot. 1, 2 bounces, scores. Good effort by Manny. Point goes to the 7. Benny gets his first 2 points. Post 6 returns. 1-0. Forehand Robote, push back up the middle. Bueno runs under it, stops it, back on the inside. Benny looking for a Robote. Tough save laid up from the left side. Bueno picks it up on the bounce. Lower and harder. Benny scooped it up. Launches the backhand. Bueno stays up there at the 7 line, turns the Robote on a knee. Benny on the bounce. Back to the inside. Bueno, good body control. Makes the catch. The 2-wall, though, that caught the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. Point 7. Here's post 8, Nicholas. Nicholas, backhand. Shooting off the back wall, saved by Benny. Nicholas charging down the inside. High and hard again. Benny stays up there, looking for the Robote. Powers it up the middle, actually towards the outside. Not a lot on that Robote, but a 2-wall return scores. Point 8. Eight with 3 points. Here's post 1, Ben. Nicholas picks it up at the 9 line. Backhanded, forehand to the inside. There's a tough scoop by Ben right at the feet. Backhand overhead. Nicholas looking for it now. Left side, back to the inside. A good pickup by Ben. Launches this one high and hard. Robote's coming out. Over the top by Nicholas. Played inside. Ben. It's in the pad. Pad is bad. Point 8. Nicholas with 5 points. He now has a possible game point. And to stop him, here's Julin. Green to post 4. Tough catch there by Nicholas off the sidewall. Low runner. Julin's there. Julin powers that one just over the head of Nicholas. Left side of Bote. Look to the middle of the court. And Julin tipped it. Point and game. Purple at post 8. Nicholas. No playoff here. 3 places, 2 shows. Unofficial order of finish, 8-3-2. Official results coming up in just a moment.
Results of Game 3 are official. It's the 8 to win, the 3 to place, the 2 to show. The 8 winning pays $8.80. The 8-3 $2 exacta $42.20. The $2 Quinella 3-8 returns $30.40, and the $2 trifecta 8-3-2 $309.20. And no, this is not Stu, and this is not Andrew. This is just a stand-in off the streets, holding things down for a few minutes. We're coming up on game number 4. Once Andrew's able to write down the results here, he'll introduce game number 4, our second sort of middle singles game and the second game of the high 5. And the preview to the first doubles game of the afternoon, game number 5.
Welcome, Scott. Happy to have you here with us today.
Happy to be here with you, Andrew. As you know, if there's a microphone around, I'm happy to pick it up.
Well, let's introduce game number 4 here, and then we'll dive into some chat here about Jai-Alai. Game 4, you see the entries up there. Win, play, show, Quinella exacta, and trifecta wagering available in this 4th game. Plus, game number 4 will conclude the early pick 3 for today. Post time for game 4. Just about 6 minutes. Good luck.
So, Andrew, we are videoless, I understand?
We are videoless.
Okay, good.
We're here.
All right. So I'll let you sort of run and control the chat, but I guess a couple things. Just quickly, a little bit on Battle Court.
Yeah.
So the expansion team, the Devils, has basically 2 games in hand, I believe, over all the teams in front of them.
I believe now, I'm going to pull them up here.
Or 2 game days.
I believe that they're 3 behind, actually, the Chargers. After today, it's going to be 2.
3 game days behind the Chargers. They play
so
okay.
Let's pull this up here. So the standings, looking at the points remaining. I thought that was updated here, Scott. That Battle Court.
Now, we're talking about Battle Court because I know most of you who watch the Pari-mutuel performance, hopefully you're with us at 5 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and, of course, 7 o'clock Friday night. If you're not here live at the Fronton for all the exciting action, we've got the 5th team this year, the expansion team, the Dehada Devils. Came in, most people expecting they would not be really a threat for a playoff spot, but now, so I mean, how do we stand there, Andrew?
Yeah, at the moment, and this does not considering the points remaining, 47.5 for the Renegades, 46.5 for the Warriors, 39.5 for the Devils, for the Chargers, 39 for the Devils. So just a half point separating the Chargers and Devils, and the Cyclones down in last, 28.5 points. But the most important is the points remaining down the line here. Renegades with 47, Warriors 38.5. The Devils have 54, Chargers only 31, and then the Cyclones with 47.5 as well. So not a lot of talk about the Cyclones here. They've been playing some good Jai-Alai dating back, I think it was season 1. Struggled at the beginning, like the first third of the season. They had a day where they had, was it 5 or maybe 6 points, and they were off to the races. And kind of the same scenario here. They had a good game day 2 days ago. picked up right where they left off yesterday, and here they are with plenty of opportunities left to sneak in.
So let's talk about flipping the script, as they say. So you've got the Renegades, who I think no one's conceding first place to them, but they're going to certainly, I think, be in the playoffs, and they look like, if just sort of project out, that they could take down that top spot. Sure. It's conceivable that the Devils and the Cyclones, both of them can make the play. I mean, you can't write either of them off, and if you're looking at game days and points and everything, you'd almost have to think the Devils are a semi-lock if they play sort of 500 ball the rest of the way home to be in the playoffs.
Right. If they play 500, meaning they win as many matches as they lose, they should be squarely in the mix. I mean, those doubles are a little more important, and they can't win just all singles, but I think if they get at least 3 points a day, they should be a shoo-in to make the playoffs. And thinking about the Warriors as well, probably the most likely team. Tough day for them their last time out, just 1.5 of a possible 8 points. That's something we really haven't seen from them at any point this year. Expecting to get Inaki back. We hope that the wrist is going to be okay, but if he doesn't come back for the next couple of weeks, their schedule does get a little tougher, and they may be the more likely team, to your point, to drop out than the Renegades. I
mean, there's obviously a lot of ifs here. You know, early on in the season, I think people were looking at the Chargers and being like, well, the Chargers could challenge the Renegades and the Warriors, and you know, those are sort of the three teams that are going to make the playoffs, and then, you know, two's going to play three, the winner's going to play in the final, so you could have a Warriors Renegades final, maybe you could have a Chargers Renegades final, but now when you look at it, I mean, the Devils, realistically, the Devils are in the best position of any of the teams out there right now to say that they have the ability to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we always want in sports is to control your own destiny, and the Devils are going to have that opportunity, as will the Warriors. They play back-to-back those last 2 days of the season, and they're going to know what they have to do at that point. Probably, you know, both teams at that point, you would think one of them is probably going to be outside of the top three, but they'll need just a couple of points to overtake that third and final playoff spot. Tell you what, it's going to be an exciting race down the stretch here, and, you know, the Chargers on paper, a lot of potential, but if they get into the playoffs, I don't think anybody wants to see that team.
No, I agree with you. I mean, if you look at the Chargers, it's got a couple of players who are new to the fronton. Yeah. To me, it looks like these guys are really starting to understand the court.
I mean, Zulaika, the way he played the last couple of days has been good. Yesterday wasn't his best day. Iturbide figuring it out. Iriando as well. I mean, you see the improvement day in, day out. And, you know, I was talking with some other folks about this. I think the Chargers, if they had this team for season 2 of Battle Court, I don't even think it would be close. For season number 1, I think if these guys are able to put some points up on the board and have a nice end of the season, they still have some championship aspirations, and they could get in there and do some damage. But just got to make it there. That's all you have to do in sports.
Absolutely. And then, look, there's so many stories out there. I mean, I know we only have 5 teams, and you look at, you know, leagues with 30 teams, but you have to figure you have a team like the Devils. And I have to believe, you know, Douglas is playing with a chip on his shoulder. Maybe Jairo's playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. I mean, I think that, you know, you've got some players on that team that have a lot to prove.
Right. Well, after last season, and not a lot of good success for, I mean, Douglas and Jairo, the top guys on that team, struggled with the Chargers. And sometimes it's just, you know, you move to a new team, new franchise, fresh start, and things work out for him. Jairo, I will say, though, you know, not to single anyone out, Douglas has played well. Jairo has been undefeated in singles. He's undefeated with Kubala, only 2 losses with CRB. Kind of a sleeper, not a guy that we talk about a whole lot, but he's up there for MVP candidate in this season of Battle Court, no doubt about it, and captain as well.
No, 100%. You know, we love to sort of forecast and be prognosticators, and you know, it's wide open. I mean, 3 weeks ago, if you told me the Cyclones could even sniff a playoff spot, I would say you're crazy. But then if you watch how they played the last 2 game days, you start to think, well, you know, this is a team that came from out of it 2 seasons ago, blew to the front and won the championship.
It's hard to count them out.
Yeah, it's hard to count them out. I don't see it. And then, of course, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know, you know, Gocheri and Aratz and Gocheri and Ben. I mean, the combined record of those 2 teams, I don't know, maybe there's 1 or 2. Gocheri and Ben are undefeated. Yeah. Gocheri and Aratz have 2 losses, but you put them in a championship match, and I mean, I see those 2 teams as virtually unbeatable in the finals.
Right.
You know, and the finals are a little bit different than a game day. A game day features 6 matches, either 3 singles and 3 doubles, or 4 doubles and 2 singles. And then when you get to the playoffs and to the finals, it's 5 matches. They're all doubles matches. The advantage to the team that finishes first overall is they can choose which doubles match or which doubles team not to play.
Right. And
so
that's a huge advantage. You know,
it's a big advantage. It's what needs to be given to the winning team for grinding it out and coming up on top. But if you just look at the Renegades, if they nail down the top spot and you're sitting there and they're smart guys, and Gilcherry is very crafty both on and off the court. He's very smart. And he's got to be thinking, well, I've got to win 3 out of 5 matches, and I'm playing in 2 of them, one with Aratz and one with Ben. I'm going to win those 2. I mean, if you talk to him, he does not believe he's going to lose either of those 2. So they go into a final match when basically they have to win, in his eyes, 1 out of 3 matches to win a championship.
Yeah, I think if the Renegades get up in first place, it's going to be tough for anybody, best out of 5 matches, to knock them off. It's going to be tough to see, but you never know. I mean, Cherry and Aratz have lost a couple this season, which has been surprising, but I don't know. This point the season, those guys are tough when it gets to, like, come tournament time. You say March and April in college basketball, those guys are tough at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is who is going to finish second, and if anyone other than the Warriors end up playing in the finals, you'd have to say that it's anywhere from a mild surprise to a huge surprise.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, the Devils, though, of all teams, that would have been probably the least likely. I mean, talking through it in the draft and with you, there were a lot of conversations, and admittedly not a lot, including the Devils in the playoff race, but here they are proving a lot of people wrong.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. I know we're coming up on game number 4, 1 minute away, so Andrew, hand it off to you.
Okay. Post 5, here's Jairo. Here's Jairo on the left side. Hard backhand, pulled in by Aratz. Nice play at the 10 line. Big backhand again. Robote saved on the forehand, powered back off the sidewall. There's Aratz. Shoots a 2-ball from deep the backcourt. Jairo picks it up on the bounce. Sidearm play, back inside. There's Aratz again. Shoots a Costano right on the wall. Jairo gets there. Nice control. Backhand low and hard. Range by Aratz. Here's Jairo on the forehand. High and hard 3-wall play. Aratz backpedals into position. Turns it back to the inside. Big bouncer. Controlled up high by Jairo on the left side. Jairo takes that in the air. Blasts it low and hard. Just out of the basket of Aratz it goes. Point 5. Post 6. Here's Spinner. Spinner opens up with the backhand overhead. Forehand Robote, powered up the middle. Spinner not going to get there. Robote missed. Points 5. 5 with 2 points. Post 7, Manny. Manny out of the corner on the left side. Forehand, Robote up and away. Point 7. Receive, rounding out the first round of play. Purple at post 8. Here's Benny. Low runner to the inside. Manny pulls it in. He's there at the 9 line. Can't overhead. Manny looking for it. Left side Robote back to the inside. Manny running around it. Takes it on the forehand. Long carom. It's out. That will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points for the end of the game. Returning first is post 1, Bueno. Forehand rebote by Benny. Passing right in the corner. Tough rebote. It's a nice save by Bueno. Benny, powerful throw again. Bueno scooped it up, crouching down there at the 9 line. Hard play. Benny ranging back now. He's got it overhead. Backhand passing. Bueno. Forehand save back to the inside. Right there is Benny. Bueno ranging up at the 9 line. Hard play. Benny, same spot. Tough catch on the backhand. Lobs that one into the corner to pass. Forehand rebote, turned low and hard. Benny has it on the forehand. High play overhead to pass. That one cutting back inside. Tough rebote. Bueno stays with it. Here's Benny to wall to score. Point 8. Here's post 2, Ben. Tough catch by Ben deep in the backcourt. Launches the backhand wall to wall. Forehand rebote laid up. Ben steps back, takes it up in the air. Outside placement. Benny runs under it. Stops it, blasts it low and hard again. It scores. Straight points for Benny. He has a possible game point. And to stop him, post 4, Kubala. Tough forehand rebote by Benny, lays it up. Here's Kubala on the left side. 2-wall. Scores. What a 2-wall by Kubala, point 4. Game will continue. Post 3, Aratz returns. Aratz launches that one. Kubala backpedaling. He does get out there and turns it to pass. That's a great return throw. Kubala on the forehand up at the 7 line. Powers it back to the inside, right on the wall. Rebote dug out by Aratz. Kubala on the hop, picks it up on the outside. Karen return. Well, not going to open up. Aratz gets there, stops it, blasts it from the right side. Kubala opening up and digging out the rebote. That's a 2-all return. Aratz going to stay there. Picks it up again. Sidearm play back inside. Kubala. Nice rebote, good patience. Scooped up by Aratz. Drop shot by Aratz. Kubala not going to get up there. Well played point. Great drop shot by Aratz. He gets it. He now has 4 points. Post 6 return. Spinner. Strong throw by Spinner. Aratz takes it in at the 10 line. Forehand rebote. The overhead screen and out of play. Aratz with 6 points. He has a possible game point. Need to stop him. Post 5, Jairo. Tough play by Aratz, right on the wall. Backhand follows. Jairo lined up, powers a rebote, low and hard. Aratz runs under it, takes it in the air, shoots the Costado inside. Jairo coming back for it. He gets there, digs out the rebote. Barat shoots that one low and into the pad, .5. Continuing again here, 5 with 4 points. It's post 7, Manny. Jairo comes back for that rebote, digs it out for the forehand. Manny over the top, on the inside. Jairo, nice pickup. Backhand, lower and harder, pulled in by Manny. He's up at the 9 line. It's returned by Manny, caught overhead by Jairo. Rebote comes out low and hard, 2-all, kicks off the sidewall. Jairo has it in the middle of the court. Low and hard with a forehand, nice scoop by Manny deep in the backcourt. Good defense. Forehand, rebote flung overhead. Aside, 2-all. Too wide. .5. Six points for Jairo. Post 5, he has a possible game point. Post 1, Bueno in to stop him. Tough catch by Bueno off a well-placed serve. Left side, rebote. Jairo down to the ground, right on the wall. Tough scoop again by Bueno, right on the numbers. Forehand powered, caught in the air by Bueno. Bueno opens up for the carom. Jairo with a great read, but couldn't make the play. .1. Bueno on the hop, brings it in, outside placement. Ben stays with it. Back over the top on the inside. Big bounce. Bueno goes up for it. Ben runs under that one. Sidearm play, 3 walls. Out to the rebote, saved by Bueno. Ben hooked it to the outside. Popped out at Bueno's basket and scoring. Two with 3 points, returning with a possible game point. Here's post 8, Benny. Benny just launches that backhand. Ben tries to get out there. He does make the save. Benny has it on the forehand. Back over the top to the inside. Scores for the win. Point in game, purple of post 8, Benny. 3 will serve to 5. This is a playoff for place and show point. Jairo comes out of the corner on the left side, and the Chula scores. 5 places, 3 shows. Unofficial order of finish, 8-5-3. We'll get the official results in just a moment. 8-5-3 is official for game number 4. Post 8, Benny with the win. Post 5, Jairo taking second. Post 3, Aratz coming in third. 5-8, Quinella, 20-20. Trifecta, 8-5-3 disappeared. How about the pick 3, though? 2-8-8, 3-3 numbers, returns 133.20. $2 on Benny to win. The 8 to win will return $12.20. Trifecta, 8-5-3, 112 even. Up next, game number 5, first of 2 doubles games in this afternoon's performance. Spectacular 7 scoring in these doubles as well. Standard wagering options are available. Post time, 6 minutes. Good luck.
Powerful forehand by Juice. CRB on the save. That's up. That scores on the second bounce. Rotate forehand. Catch by Douglas. 2-all by Douglas. Julian reads it, stops it, returns it from the right side. That is a tough rebote that Douglas just made. This one goes wall to wall, clears the overhead screen. Nicholas, good eye on the ball, keeps the ball in play. Costi to the inside. Nicholas runs all the way back and makes a spectacular save. He's up. Rotate forehand by Carballo, showing control. Scoop by Anderluck. Rotate left side, power to the outside. Anderluck on the diving rebote save. Ragley, what a great effort to make that rebote. Keita from the 3 line, drop shot. Oh, he got to it. Hard throw to the inside. Ikeda got there to save the rebote. It's still in play. Manu, beautiful catch at the 10 line. Nice backhand. Rebote coming out to Carballo. Forehand rebote goes wall to wall rebote. That counts 100%. Douglas, difficult rebote, 2-all, light touch, big bounce. Stopped by Benny on the outside. Benny, powerful, looking for that 3-wall play. Douglas reads it, got there. That is going to score. That is point in a perfect game. Powerful backhand. Wow, what a rebote by Manu. Catch. Karam. Stopped by Ikeda. Powerful throw by Ikeda. Arats to the outside. Makes the diving save. It's a 2-all. That will score. Rebote forehand by Carballo. Anderluck on the right side. Throw by Anderluck. Here's the rebote. Carballo one-handed save. Wow.
And folks, those top 10 rebotes takes us down just under 2 minutes to the start of game number 5. Now let's pull out these double standings here. Just a couple of seconds. CRB and Manu. 5 games ahead with the 3 teams tied for second place. Julian and Kubala, Hyro and Ben, and Juice and Gosheri. How about that? All 3 of those teams in the 2, 3, and 4 post in this game. All in a row. See if one of them can get it done, inch closer to that CRB and Manu team who have opened up quite the gap between first and second place. We're going to begin game number 5. First of 2 doubles games in this afternoon's performance. Spectacular 7 scoring. Points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. Serving in red of post 1. Anderluck and Nicholas. Receiving in the blue of post 2. Julian and Kubala. There's a serve. We begin. Hard backhand by Kubala. Rebote. Just off the wall. Plays it back to the inside. There's Kubala. Takes it in the air. High and hard. Overhead by Nicholas. Kubala, forehand back over the top. Anderluck not able to get there. Nicholas picks it up on the hop, back to the inside. There's Julian cutting one off, getting involved. Backhand. Launched, caught deep in the backcourt by Kubala. Softer touch on the backhand. Pulled in overhead by Nicholas. There's Julian on the forehand. 9-line, plays it back up the middle. Nicholas is there. Fake to Karam, dropped it back inside. Had it lined up, just tipped it. Point 1. 1 first up on the board in our 5th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirts post 3, Juice and Gosheri. Sherry wall-to-wall with that backhand. Anderluck turns it up at about the 4-line. Goes for the split placement. Nicholas reads it on the outside. His Karam return. Stopped by Juice. Could not get the throw off. One with 2 points. Here's post 4. Jairo and Ben. Backhand pulled in by Nicholas deep in the backcourt. Launches this one. Ben went for it, just missed it. Point 1. 3 straight points for the one team. Post 5, Jed and Benny. Benny launches that one, caught off the sidewall. Here's Nicholas. Higher and harder. Benny, nice play deep in the backcourt. Jai-Alai steps in, 8 line, backhand. That died off the front wall. Benny steps up. Sidearm play, back up the middle. Jai-Alai has it overhead. Powers this forehand up the middle. Jed has to come back to the inside. He gets there for the rebote. Nicholas on the bounce, back over the top. Powerful throw, kicking up. There's Benny, nice play. Hard throw again, right on the wall. Nicholas is there. Benny's softer touch on the forehand goes for the placement. Nicholas forced to run around it. He turns that rebote. Bounce, here's Benny on the inside. Quick release back over the top for a big bounce of his own. The Pika goes up. Nicholas comes out with it. Left side rebote, back to the inside. Nicholas on the bounce. 9 line, backhand. On the numbers again, crouching down. There's Benny. Jai-Alai gonna get involved up at the 7 line. High and hard. Benny steps back, pulls it in. Here's Nicholas now. Launches his backhand. Comes down to the right side of Benny now. His forehand back over the top. Just picks it up there at the 10 line. This one right on the wall. Up, and Benny keeps it on the right side. For a big bounce again. Nicholas, hand on the wall, controls it. Benny slows it down. Sidearm play. Jai-Alai going to step in there at the 7 line. Backhand again. Pulled in by Benny. Nicholas up the wall now, is at the 10 line. He just blasts this one. And you're not going to let anything come out. Nice defense in the backcourt. Here's Jai-Alai again, ranging back for it. Benny going to run around it with time, has it on the left side, shoots more of a splitter. Nicholas runs under it, stops it. Gets it back inside. There's Benny backing up for it. Nice body control by Benny. Backhand comes out to the left side of Nicholas. Keeps this one low and hard. Benny forced to step up. Good read. He's there. Higher and harder. Nicholas, great defense, not letting that ball come out. Backhand just does clear the overhead screen. Jedden going to get involved. Forehand rebote. Saved. Not played in the air. Nicholas runs around it. There's a big bouncer. Benny caught under the bridge, but he gets out. That ball is in play. Jai-Alai on the bounce. Outside placement. Stopped by Jedden. Jedden in perfect position. Right back to Nicholas, who caught it in the air. Shoots it inside. Benny now scoops it up. Here's Jai-Alai. Forehand rebote back inside. Benny's there before it crosses. Big backhand. That's launched. Running back to the inside is Jai-Alai. He gets there to turn that rebote. Again, kind of a lofty bounce. Benny's there, turns another one. Right at the feet. Quick bounce. Nicholas picks it up at the 9 line. Shoots it back inside. Benny keeps it on the left side. Hard backhand. Jai-Alai now plays the rebote. Laid up from the forehand. Jen out of the way. Here's Benny on the forehand. Back inside. Nicholas. Another rebote. Left side. Played back up the middle. Benny on the forehand. This one crossing deep in the backcourt. Nicholas turns another one. Benny goes up for it. High on the forehand. Outside placement attempt. Pulled in by Jai-Alai. Jai-Alai blasts it high and hard. Going to give them a play on it. Benny is there. Jai-Alai on the left side. Hard backhand lobbed into the corner. Out to the rebote. Jedden pushed it outside. Where it scores. What a point by all 4 players. That goes to the 5 team. Jedden and Benny. Here's post 6. Cool Fitness in Douglas. Douglas just launches that backhand. Jedden backpedals. He gets out there, turns it low and hard. Right to Douglas. To wall. That's a great, good effort by Benny. Got assessed on it. That's going to score for the 6 team. Cool Fitness and Douglas on the board here. Albarba and Manny, pink of post 7. Albarba picks the serve. There's a drop shot. Douglas gets there in plenty of time. His soft touch back inside scores. Point 6. Douglas has to run around it, turns that rebote from the left side. Flores cut it off in the air. Left side rebote, there's Douglas, drop back inside. Aratz picks it up on the bounce, up at the 8 line. Powered up the middle, rebote's coming out. Fitness is up there, turns it just above the pad. Aratz launches that one, Douglas has it in the middle of the court, back over the top. Big bounce, over Aratz and scoring. That will do it for the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points to the end of the game. Returning first, post 2, Julian and Kubala. Douglas, powerful backhand. Rebote shoots off the back wall. Saved low and hard by Julian. Here's Douglas again. Backhand. Powered. Caught overhead. Quick reactions. Douglas, powerful return. There's Kubala. Backhand at the 11 line. Douglas got there in the air. What a catch. Backhand follows. There's Kubala again. 12 line. Higher and harder. Douglas ranging back. Picks it off. Big bounce. Ball brings it in. Here's Douglas up at the 9 line. Powerful back over the top. Play forward, Julian. There's Kubala. Douglas now back on the inside. Soft touch floating up there. Kubala steps in. Up at the 9 line. Blasts this one. Douglas ranging back. Gets there at the 12 line. Half in the air. Douglas slows it down. Here's Kubala. Backhand. That opened up, kicked off the sidewall. Douglas reads it again, stops it, drops it over the top. Kubala, nice play. Big bounce again. Here's Douglas on the forehand. Cortada low and hard, and Kubala brings it in. Forehand crossing. Douglas set up at the 9 line, drops that rebote back to the inside. Kubala. Opens up again. Here's Douglas on the forehand. More of a bounce this time. Kubala forced to step up. He's got it. Douglas there again. Up at the 8 line now. Low and hard. Right on the numbers. Kubala pulls it in. Tough catch. Douglas thought about it. Going to play the rebote on the back end. Dropped inside. Forehand rebote. Julian with a tip ball. Well played point again. Those two, the 6 team. Straight points. The 6 team, they have a possible game point in to stop them. Juice and go Sherry. Backhand, up, and away. Point and game, a perfect game. Team of Cool Fitness and Douglas, their first win of the double season. No playoff here, 1 places, 5 shows. 6-1-5, unofficial order of finish. Game 5. 615 is official for game number 5, post 6. Cool Fitness in Douglas. Hard to believe, though, that is win number 1 for them in this double season. Congratulations to that team. Post 1, Anderlecht and Nicholas take second. Post 5, Jen and Benny come in third. 1-6, 26-20. Trifecta, 615, 290-40. $2 on the 16 to win will return $13.40. Up next, game number 6, start of the feature singles games in this afternoon's performance. We'll begin the late pick 3 as well here in game number 6. From post time, 7 minutes. Good luck.
Balance and throwing blind, but he made the backhand. Robote forehand will keep the ball in play for Tennessee. Here's CRB from the 8 line. Excellent Robote effort. Placement of the ball to the inside. Carballo moves up, makes the catch. Ronan has it in the air. Excellent Robote save by Jim. Catch by Jed in midcourt. Low and hard. What a save by Ben. That cleared the overhead screen. Powerful forehand by Julin. Wow. Beautiful Robote save. CRB is there, backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Anderlecht has the Robote. Nice play. Great catch by CRB. Throw to the inside. Anderlecht chases it down. The blind Robote. And by Julin. Bote left side. Clips. Caught by Julin. Karen by Julin. Stopped by Douglas. Big right side by Douglas is passing. Julin makes the diving save. Catch by Bueno. Bueno sends it back. Robote comes out. Robote forehand by Nicholas. Caught by Julin. Julin powerful throw. What a Robote save by Nicholas. Robote. Forehand, to the outside. Benny makes the catch. Anderlecht from the forehand rifles it low and hard. That is a chick-chack and a beautiful save. Pote forehand fired straight back.
And folks, top 10 there brings us 2 minutes until the start of game number 6, beginning of the feature singles games in this afternoon's performance. Win number 1 for Cool Fitness in Douglas. We can finally say every team in the win column that has competed in this Pelota tournament number 1. Inaki in Tennessee, they are the 12th team, but Inaki's been dealing with that wrist injury throughout, so they have yet to play a game. See what happens here in game number 6. Again, top singles players compete here in this 6-game, game 6 and 8, with that doubles game, game 7, sandwiched in between. We're ready to begin game number 6, beginning of our feature singles games in this afternoon's performance. Serving right at post 1, here's Julian, receiving the blue at post 2, Manny. Julian serve, we begin game 6. Backhand by Manny, right in the corner. Rabote saved by Julian. Manny keeps it on the forehand, drops it over the top towards the inside. Julian's there. Outside placement. That's scoring for Julian. Well thrown, point 1. 1 first up on the board in our 6th game. That'll bring to the court. White shirt at post 3, Nicholas. Powerful backhand by Nicholas. Julian Rabote just does clear the overhead screen. Julian on the left side, tough catch overhead, backhand, lower. Nicholas steps up, takes it in the air. He just powers this one wall to wall. Julian set up, lays up the forehand Rabote. Kick down low and into the pad. Pad is bad, point 3. Here's post 4, the green shirt goes Sherry. Sherry rifles his backhand, shoots off the back wall. Rabote's up in the overhead screen and out of play, point 4. 4's on the board. Here's post 5, Arats. Rabote forehand, powered to pass. Rot sets back up on the inside, lays it up. Sherry running under it. Takes it in the air to wall. to score. Point 4. Yellow post 6. Here's Jairo. Forehand to Bote. O'Sherry back at the feet with that stayed inside. Good pick up by Jairo. Low and hard. Yep, there's O'Sherry. Just launches that backhand. That caught a piece of the overhead screen. That's out of play, point 6. Here's post 7, Douglas. Tough catch by Jairo up the wall. Low backhand. Douglas pulls it in on the forehand. Drops over the top. Jairo back in. Pick up there again at the 10 line. Douglas steps back. Has it on the forehand. Karam from the inside. Jairo gets there. Stops it. Powerful return. Douglas. It's going to be a tough for Bote. One-handed save. It's low. Point 6. Jairo comes back for it, digs out to Rebote. Benny setting up on the left side. Costano to wall. Lands in, stopped by Jairo. He gets there. Sidearm play. Scores. That will do it for the first round of play. All matchups now worth 2 points to the end of the game. Turning first, here's post 2, Manny. That serve died off the front wall and scoring point 6. Straight points for Jairo here. He has a possible game point. Post 1, Julin in to stop him. Low backhand, that one pulled in by Jairo. He launches this one, powerfully thrown, shoots off the back wall. Julin does get there. Jairo backs up to the 10 line. Powerful backhand again, right up the middle, into the corner. Not a lot on it. That one into the overhead screen and out of play. Point. And a perfect game. Yellow of post 6, Jairo. 4 places. 3 will serve to 1. Nicholas serves to Julin. This is show point. Nicholas picks that one up, blasts the forehand. Up by Julin. Nicholas overhead with the 9 line. Powerful backhand. That is on the wall. Kicks off. Julin pushes it back up the middle. Nicholas has it on the bounce. Outside placement. Goes outside the court. Post 1, shows. Unofficial order of finish, 6-4-1. We'll get the official results, prices in a moment.
Results of Game 6 are official. Jairo with a perfect game in the 6th post. Number 4 takes the place. Number 1 takes the show. Jairo returns a very generous $26.20 as a win payoff. $2 exacta, 6-4, $52.80. The $2 Quinella, 4-6 or 6-4, $76. And our $2 try, 6-4-1, $332.60. The improving play of Jairo continues. Got Andrew furiously writing down
Douglas,
the results.
Takes out his teammate, huh?
Yeah, that's a couple of things we could. Well, I'll let you set up, I guess, game number 7 in a second here. But a couple of things we can talk about, which is the uniqueness of the fact that the same guy you're playing against an hour later you're playing with. You don't usually find that in too many sports. We can chat about that a little bit, and then I'm sure we'll find some other subjects that we can speak about, Andrew.
Absolutely. Well, let's introduce it. Game number 7. Second and final doubles game in the afternoon's performance. Spectacular 7 scoring. There are no scratches in the 7th game or in the performance today. We will see in a moment if the high 5 is still alive. Post time, 7 minutes. Good luck. We'll see here in a moment, and look at the high 5. 4 of 5 and 3 of 5 up on the board. Means it will carry over into
That's good,
Sunday.
Some would say, except for the bettors out there. I don't have to go to the printing press and print up the $2,000. You know, we can
keep you right here.
Leave it in idle at least until Sunday, which will be the next time when the $2,000 high 5 prize is on the line once again. So a couple of things. Earlier, Douglas and Cool Fitness, was that their first
win?
First win.
I said hard to believe, but played very well in that 6th game. Running it out perfect. That shows you that they have the potential. It's just a matter of putting it together over the course of a couple points in a row, and did it for the first time right there. Yeah, I mean, the doubles race, too. I mean, we haven't really talked about it. You can take a look at the standing. I mean, look at the log jam we have here. You got to add 1 for Cool Fitness and Douglas. That doesn't affect anything of those teams up there. You see from 2 wins separating about 7 or 8 teams.
Yeah, that's amazing.
In that doubles race. I think this is, you say it every year, but this is the closest race that we've had, and it's going to come down to the final days, final matches, final points, no doubt about it.
Well, by far. I mean, you've got CRB and Manu out there with 10 wins, and
I mean,
people are probably saying no one's going to catch them. I mean, unless one of these pairs can get on a tear and reel off, 4 or 5 quick wins. But you're absolutely right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams within 2 games of each other.
Unbelievable.
So the race for second place will be hotly contested. And I was speaking to the guys earlier, and I guess we hadn't posted it up yet, but this doubles tournament goes through to the force out at the end of this specific season, which is April 18th.
I was going to,
So we're not that far away from this double season finishing up. This will be double season 1, I guess.
Yep.
And then we'll have a very short second double season, which will take us from the last day of April, I believe, April 30th through June 27th, our last day of Pelota play for the state fiscal calendar 2022-2023 year, which concludes on June 30th. So we'll finish up this first doubles match, and then we'll have a short and hopefully furious second doubles match. And one of the things Andrew was sort of talking about is it's a very unique sport. These guys are out there competing against each other in one game, playing singles, and then the next game they're paired up, or later on today in Battle Court, they're paired up with the same guy they were just trying to beat. And it is something very unique in sports. I mean, you occasionally see it in tennis, not very often, occasionally, and mostly because in tennis, the singles players really aren't the dominant doubles players, and a lot of the top singles players, I don't even think they play that much doubles.
No, right. I mean, there are a couple of examples, but I remember, I think, with the Bryan brothers, where they had doubles pair, and I don't think either of them, I never saw them in any, like, singles competition. So it shows you it's kind of a different game there, and usually you kind of separate it.
It really is a different game. I was just reading where, I guess at the recently concluded Miami Open, I want to say two women from South Florida, Coco Gauff, and I didn't catch the name of the other one, but they won the doubles championship. Coco Gauff's a pretty accomplished singles player as well. But most of the best doubles players in tennis are not known for their singles play. Jai-Alai, I would say the best doubles players in Jai-Alai are very accomplished singles players.
Right, and, it does hold true. I just think like a guy like Kubala, for example, not a lot of power, and in doubles, particularly see those guys in the backcourt where they just play their role, catch and throw. Rock, you can include him, CRB. These guys are all developing, and particularly some of these backcourters are getting pretty good back there and letting the front quarter do their thing, and those guys have been, when you bring in Zulaika, you bring in Iturbide, high-level front quarters, the play just continues to rise each day.
The pari-mutuel doubles play is really outstanding. There's been some fantastic points already today in the earlier doubles match, having the players themselves applauding a little bit of what they're seeing out on the court.
Ever. Jed and Benny and
that was a tremendous point.
Anderlecht Nicholas.
Absolutely, just a tremendous point by great players. And then they've got to play battle court where they have to sustain that over 2 out of 3 sets. These guys are in really good shape, much better physical shape than I think people realize.
Well, I counted the total for the first game, and it was 25-26 total points played. And if you play a maximum in a battle court match, you're looking at 33 points. And, you can walk away with nothing in these games. You finish in the top 3, you still get something. It shows you just the pressure and high-stakes doubles matches for these guys. They go out there each day, have to compete, and not a lot separating the teams that win and the teams that lose in these games.
No, absolutely. It's we strive for parity, which sounds interesting in this day of sports. Some leagues want it, some don't, but we strive for parity so that every match is a good match, and the fans get to see really high-level play and very competitive play. And I think they're seeing that. I noticed one other thing in the chat. I don't really follow the chat, and I don't always
it's just up here
comment on the chat. But they were talking about the prize money, and it's interesting. We don't talk about what our players get paid.
Right.
But if you look around at other sports that some might say are better known than ours, like lacrosse or even Canadian football or things like that, our players are making significantly more money than Major League Lacrosse players are making, or than rugby players are making, or than ping pong players are making, and on a par with the Canadian Football League. So our players, there's a fairly vast range, and we're very proud of the fact that in order to win here, you've got to earn it.
Yep.
I was watching that golf documentary on Netflix, and I'm a golf fan, Andrew, but I didn't realize that if you don't make the cut and qualify for Saturday and Sunday, you earn nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
So it's very similar to Jai-Alai. If you don't win your match, you don't earn anything. So, these guys are out here, they're competing really hard, they're competing to win. But, at the end of the day, a Jai-Alai player can earn $50,000 or a Jai-Alai player can earn $100,000 over the course of a season. It all boils down to how much and how often they can win. So there is money to be won, but you've got to earn it. Nothing is being given away. And, for as hard as they play, certainly I think for JR and you and I and Stu, I wish these guys were out here competing for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And believe me, that's the goal of the World Jai-Alai League is to get it there. But they can earn a living playing this sport, and they can earn as good, if not better, a living than pretty much all the other what we would consider Tier 2 sports.
Right. Well, thank you, Scott. Again, it's always great to have you with us. We're just getting underway here with game number 7. So 1 and 2 are out here.
Yeah, I could talk right through that game for you, Andrew. Thanks a lot, Andrew.
Scott. Thank you again, and we'll see you later today. There's a low runner by Benny to the inside. Scoop attempt, missed. Point 2. Here's post 3, Julian and Kubal. Julian picks the serve, backhand, blasts it above Benny. He's got to get that rebote, not a lot. He dug it out. Julian left side, tipped. Point 2. Green shirts post 4. Here, El Barba and Manny. Robote's coming out. Jed up at the 6 line, powers it. Ooh, a splitter, man. He gets there. Stops it back over the top, Benny. Left side catch, he's at the 11 line. High and hard, back into the corner. Robote, saved by Manny, pushed to the outside. Jen's there, stops it in the air. Powers this one overhead, 3-wall play. Manny sets up in perfect position, launches it back inside. Big bouncer, Benny runs under it now. Up at the 9 line, drops it back over the top. Manny's there. Benny ranging back, takes it in at the 12 line, backhand. Open up a little bit. Manny set up middle of the court. 2-wall, 2 wide. Point 2. Black shirts post 5. Here are Juice and Go Sherry. Point 2. Yellow post 6. Bueno and Spinner. Bueno picks the serve. 2-wall is out. Point 2. 5 straight for the 2 team. Pink shirts post 7, Cool Fitness and Douglas. Forehand Robote just above the pad. Douglas reads it, stops it, shoots the splitter. Benny's got a play on it, crouching down. He's got it on the forehand. Douglas, 7 line, drop shot, 1 bounce. Not going to get the second one. Jedden gets up there, soft touch on the backhand just over Douglas. Powers that Robote back to the inside. Benny has it, 7 line, launched it overhead. Douglas out of the way. Cool Fitness all alone. Turns the Robote outside the court. Point 2 in receive, rounding out the first round of play. Purple of post 8, 4s in a rots. Jedden and Benny also straight points to a possible game point here. Flores picks the serve, shoots the philo. Jedden's there, stops it low and hard. Rotz makes a good play, middle of the court at the 11 line. Hard backhand. Benny ranging back, committed to make the play. He does. Flores has it overhead, shoots another 2-wall. Jedden stops it. High, hard return, 3-wall play. Rotz has it overhead, just lays it up. Benny keeps it on the left side. Big backhand again. Low play for Rotz, another Robote. Flores puts a little more height on this one. Big bouncer. Benny controls it on the outside. Powerful throw. Crossing. Saved on the left side. Big bounce again. Benny stops this one. A little higher and harder. Gives Rotz more of a play. Digs out the Robote back on the inside. Benny goes up. Plays it at the 8 line. Hard backhand throw. Shoots off the back wall. Flores. He's there. Just does clear. Benny running under it. Takes it in the air. Launches it again. Rotz caught it in the air deep in the backcourt. Sidearm play. Off the wall. Benny has it again. Launches this one. Just does clear. Flores tracking it. 2-wall. Stopped by Jedden again. Back over the top. Jedden on the forehand. Pulled in by Rotz. Nice play. Low runner just above the pad. Benny back in there at the 10 line. Robote. Forehand. Back inside. And a tip ball. Well played point. 8 team gets it. Post 1, Iro and Ben return. All matchups were 2 points to the end of the game. Nice backhand by Ben. Caught by Rotz deep in the backcourt, crossing the sidewall. Play. Forehand Robote laid up. Flores takes it on the left side. Hard backhand again, kicking up. Robote's coming out. Jairo digs it out. Rotz launches the backhand again. Ben, no play for him. Jairo gets out there, and he just rifles that. Flings it up to about the 2 line. The outside placement is outside the court. Good effort, but just wide. Point 1. Post 3 returns, Julian and Kubala. Julian out of the way of that serve. Kubala handles at the 12 line. Backhand, push to the outside. Ben takes it in the air. Julian able to cut it off. Sidearm forehand, taken in by Ben at the 11 line. Sidearm play again. Back to Julian, who keeps it on the forehand. Then tough scoop at the 11 line. Backhand to the inside. Kubala right on the wall, pulled it in. Here's Jairo on the forehand. Busts it inside. Kubala running around it. Takes it on the left side. Tough play. Jairo launches that one. Wall-to-wall Robote. Forehand. Save back to the inside for Jairo. Launches another one. Clearing the overhead screen. Coming out. Big bounce. Stays with it. Hook to the outside. Jairo again. Sidearm play. Kubala now all alone. He digs out the Robote. What a play by Kubala. How about another one? Low and hard. And that one scores. Well thrown by Jairo. 4 points for the one team. Post 4 returns. El Barba and Manny. Great serve, even better catch by Manny. Here's Jairo, has it up again at the 7 line. Powers it overhead, Robote. See by El Barba. Lob back to Ben, takes it in the air up at the 10 line. Softer touch, Manny forced to step up. He gets there in the air. Robote. Powered by Jairo, it's a big bouncer. Play on the left side there by Manny. Pushes Ben to the outside of the court. Drops it back over the top. Manny picks it up. Jairo leaping catch, flings a forehand, 3-wall play out to the middle of the court. El Barba left side save, 2-wall, stopped on the forehand. Here's Jairo, blasted inside. Manny now, tough Robote. He dug it out. Jairo again, another one, low and hard, that time scooped up. He's got it at the 10 line. Backhand to the inside, Robote. Forehand, right back up the middle for Manny. Takes it in the air, dropped over the top. Ben now all alone, makes a play. Manny drops it over the top. Jairo, tough catch. Here's the backhand. Forehand save to the inside. Ben just missed it on the forehand. Point 4, another well-played point. Those 5 returns, juice and go Sherry. Beautiful backhand by Gaucheri, right on the wall. Beautiful save by El Barba. Shoots it back to the inside, just out of reach of Manny. And scoring. 5-team on the board with 2 points. Post 6 returns, Bueno and Spinner. Gaucheri, tough catch there at the 8 line, just blasts it wall to wall. Robote shooting out to Bueno, puts it back up the middle. Sherry on the hop, takes it in again. Powerful throw, crossing the sidewall, brought in deep in the backcourt. Spinner has it. Spinner lobs it into the corner. Forehand Rabote laid up. Bueno runs under it, stops it. Shoots a splitter. Goes Sherry in perfect position, cuts it off. Powerful forehand throw. Rabote left side. Up into the overhead screen and out of play. Point 5. Post 7, Cool Fitness and Douglas return. Scoop attempt, tip, point 7. Returning with possible game point, post 2, Jed and Benny. Douglas, what a catch. Not going to let that ball come out deep in the backcourt. Benny does the same. 13 line. Douglas picks it up on the bounce. Over the top, looking for the peak of the big bouncer. That's going to settle here just before the 13. Benny stops it. Side Rabote by Douglas. Benny with the big bounce. Controls it on the forehand. Sidearm play. Douglas switching from left to right. Makes it. Drops it to the inside. And a tip ball. Point 7. 7 with 4 points. Here's post 8, 4s and a rots. Forehand Rabote, back to the inside, kicks to the outside, Rot stops it. Douglas running around it, left side Rabote, put back up the middle. Rot's on the bounce again, sidearm play. Douglas, good duck, just out of the way of that ball. Flores on the outside, picks it off. Sidearm play, low and hard. Here's Douglas. Douglas powers that one overhead, big backhand, Flores. Back over the top, Douglas committed. Couldn't get there in the air and just tipped it. Point 8. 18 with 3 points. Those 3 returns. Julian and Kubala. Forehand Rabote. Caught the rail just above the front wall. That is out of play. Point 3. 3 teams on the board. Post 1 return, Cyro and Ben. Benton takes that in the backcourt, launches this one, caught in the air by Kubala. And drops it over the top. It's a big bounce. Kubala goes up and comes down with it deep in the backcourt. That opens up. Ben has it. Good read. Back to the inside. Julian just above the pad, higher on the forehand. Blasted back inside. Good range by Kubala. What a catch. Point 1. One team with 6 points and a possible game point, and to stop him, El Barba and Manny. Manny, what a catch again as that cross deep into the backcourt. Mote's on the wall. Backhand, it's off. Jairo makes a play. Back over the top to the inside. Jairo reaching in. What a catch. Nice backhand rifled overhead. Robote left side, Barba all alone. 2-ball return. Picked up on the bounce. Jairo shoots it back inside, and he picks it up. Ben now all alone. Tough catch. There's a strong backhand. Manny out of the way. Barba comes back for it. Up to the outside. Jairo picks it up. Sidearm Karam. Stopped by Barba. Ranging back to his left. He's there. Left side of Robote. Back to the inside. Manny keeps it on the forehand. Back over the top. Ben, that's on the wall. What a catch by Ben. Not easy there. Floating on the side wall. Ben now on the forehand. Drops it over the top. Barba able to cut it off. Has it on the left side. Shoots to Costado on the numbers. Pulled in by Ben again. Left side of Robote. Manny goes down to the ground. Ben picks it up. 11 line. Launches another one. Barba calls him off. Forehand Robote. Launch back overhead. Here's Ben. Caught it in the air. Ooh, that opened up. The Magic City bounce. It's a great, Manny acknowledged, it's a great shot by Ben. Point and game 2. Red of post 1. Jairo and Ben. 2 places. It's Jen and Benny. 5 will serve to 7. Juicing goes Sherry, serving the Cool Fitness in Douglas. This is show point. Two-all return, stopped on the outside by Cool Fitness. Cool Fitness sidearm Karam return. What a shot. Point 7, 7 shows. Unofficial order of finish, 1-2-7. The official results in just a moment. Results of Game 7 are now official. Post 1, Jairo and Ben with the win. Post 2, Jen and Benny taking second. Post 7, Cool Fitness and Douglas take third. The high five, 88661. 4 or 5 numbers turns $86 even. $2 on the one team to win will return $12.20. Quinella 1-2, $14. Exacta 1-2, $35.40. Trifecta 1-2-7, $154.80. Up next, our 8th and final game in this afternoon's Pelota performance. Game number 8, spectacular 7 scoring. Second final features singles game in this performance. Standard wagering available. Win, play, show, Quinella, Exacta, and Trifecta wagers all available. Game number 8, which is just about 6 minutes away. Good luck.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury. And then I have another job. I play Jai-Alai.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train highlight players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled highlight.
I was like, Jai-Alai.
They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money. court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
Having the work, played Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire. This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And folks, that is a trailer for the award-winning documentary about the inaugural season of play right here at Magic City. That one is called Magic City Hustle. Directed by Billy Corbin, creator of Cocaine Cowboys, Screwball to You, and much more. This film highlights the transition of these Magic City athletes from their respective careers in other sports. Right here at the Jai-Alai for On Time. You can now watch Magic City Hustle directly from Google Play or iTunes. It is as simple as that. Either rent or buy from either platform. If you buy it for just a few dollars more, you get to enjoy it as many times as you like for life. Game number 8. The finale beginning in just about 4 minutes. Don't forget about Battle Court beginning at 5 p.m. It's going to be just about an hour from the start. About an hour after we conclude game number 8 here. Renegades versus Devils. 3 singles and 3 doubles matches. Advantage for the Renegades in terms of the doubles rankings today. They're 3. Gaucheri and Ben take on the 4 of the Devils. That is Jen and Urbieta. That's the one and only time that will happen in this Renegades-Devils matchup. And again, the Devils will have their 3rd-ranked team against the 4th-ranked team of the Renegades at one time in this season. All that will even up at the end of the year. Going to get started with Arats versus Jairo in singles, and then that doubles match we just mentioned, Gaucheri and Ben against Jen and Urbieta, followed by Arta against Kubala, and then Jen against Ben. We will conclude with 2 doubles matches. 2nd-ranked doubles, Gonaga and Arta against Jairo and Kubala, and then top-ranked doubles, Gaucheri and Arats against Douglas and Urbieta. Those will be the 6 matches beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern Time over at WatchHighlight.com. ESPN 3. You can check out the action live. And everything will conclude here in this 8th game as well. Mighty Ocho, 5 of 8, 6 of 8 numbers up on the board. The pick 3 will conclude, the late pick 3. Post time here in just about 2 minutes. Thank you all watching and listening today, bearing with myself. Again, Stu will be back here on Monday. So you're going to have a couple days, a couple Battle Court sessions in a row. All is good. We will be back here. It's a little vacation. We're ready to begin our 8th and final game. Spectacular 7 scoring. Serving in the red of post 1, Manny. Receiving in the blue of post 2, Nicholas. Robote forehand, laid up by Manny. That does clear the screen. Manny on the outside, who faked the carom, dropped it over the top. Nicholas has a play on it. Laid up into the overhead screen and out of play. Point 1. 1 first up on the board in our 8th game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt of post 3, or 87, Arats. Forehand rotate, back up the middle. Arats scoop. 2 wall. 2 score. What a combination there by Arats. Gets a 3. The point, post 4. In a receive, here's Douglas. Forehand Bote, Arats up at the 7 line, takes it off the side wall. So as Douglas, his 2-wall return is in play. What a save by Arats. Makes the catch. Forehand to the outside, stopped by Arats. Arats is carom, scores. Point 3. Black post 5, here's Hyro. An overserve, 0.5. Here's post 6, Benny. Left side Bote, high bouncer back to the inside. Benny, 2-wall return, Hyro's there, stops it. Forehand return back over the top. One-handed scoop by Benny. Forehand Robote to the outside, scores. 0.5. Here's post 7, Julian. You gotta watch out for that. Julian handles that serve, backhand, picked off overhead. Here's Hyro. Shoots it high and hard, back to the inside, 3-wall play, saved by Julian. Hyro on the forehand again, blasts it inside, there it scores. 3 straight points for Hyro, post 5. In receive, rounding out the first round of play, purple at post 8, go Sherry. Forehand Bote, picked Picked off overhead by Gaucheri. Backhand to the inside. Into the Chula and scoring. Point 8. First round is complete. All points are doubled through the end of the game. Returning first, post 2, Nicholas. Hard backhand again, Robote. Forehand, power to the inside, picked off. Here's Nicholas. Shoots back to the inside. Catch by Gaucheri. Forehand, push to the outside. Gaucheri running under it. Stops it on the left side. Back inside. There it scores. Eight with 3 points. Returning post 1, Manny. Left side, Robote. Drop back inside. Manny couldn't get there in the air. Plays Robote. Towards the middle of the court. Here's Gaucheri. Back inside with it. One-handed scoop by Manny now. Backhand. Rifled off the back wall. Same spot. That one scores. Point 5. Straight points now for Gaucheri. Out of the 8 points, he has a possible game point. Goes for Douglas and to stop him. Douglas shoots a 2-wall. That scores. Well thrown from the inside. Extends the game here. Post 3 returns now. Arats. Powerful throw back over the top. Left side, Robote. Dug out there by Arats. Douglas couldn't get there in the air. Comes back for the Robote. Returns it 2 walls. Arats has it in the air. Throws a drop shot. Douglas charging downhill. Not going to get there. 2 bounces ruled. Point 3. Post 6 returns. Benny. Forehand, Robote. Pulled in by Rotz. 2-wall. 2 wide. Point 6. Here's post 7, Julin. Benny takes down in the air, caught overhead by Julin. Soft throw, back up the middle. Benny runs under it, stops it at the 12 line. Over the top, looking for the bounce. Julin controls it. Outside placement. Benny reads it. Hard forehand return just above the pad. Scoop attempt, tipped. Point 6. 6 now with 4 points. Post 5 returns Hyro. He has 3 points. Backhand right up the middle. Benny, fall down, Robote. Back on the inside. High scoop by Jairo. Forehand Robote again. Benny able to pass with it. Jairo, strong return of his own overhead. Benny twisting save. Back on the inside to Jairo. 7-line, blasts it. Scooped up by Benny. What a play. Robote forehand again. Right back up the middle. Benny takes this one in the air. Sidearm forehand, dropping low. Jairo has it. He's up at the 8-line. Blast the backhand again. Robote. Left side. High play back inside. Benny, good range. Backhand. Caught in the air. Here's Jairo. 8-line again. Keeps it to the inside. Another high scoop by Benny. Left side Robote with a big bounce. Hits by and score. Six points for Benny. He has a possible game point. Goes to Nicholas in to stop him. Forehand Robote. Nicholas overhead makes a catch at the 10-line. Backhand to the inside, low runner. Benny has to play the Robote. That sails outside the court. Point two. Two with 2 points, post one. Here's Manny. Two wall. Manny has another one. That one scores. Point one. Manny with 3 points, but returning with a possible game point. Here's Gaucheri. Forehand Robote into the pad, and the pad is bad. Point in game. Purple of post 8. Gaucheri, no playoff here. 6 places, 3 shows. Unofficial order of finish for our 8th and final game. 8-6-3. Game number 8 is official. 8-6-3. The Quinella 6-8, 65-40. Trifecta 8-6-3, 361-80. $2 on the 8 to win will get you back $620. Pick 3, 618, 3 numbers, 435-20. The Ocho. 728-866-186 of 8, 1440. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Tuesday matinee performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City and on the Jai-Alai channel. We thank you for joining us today. Invite you to join us a little bit later, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Can't watch it here. Have to go over to watchjai-alai.com or ESPN3 to check out Battle Court, Devils versus Renegades. We'll see you there, everybody. Have a good week.